According to multiple sources, Yo Gotti, the Memphis rap legend known for his street-smart business acumen and dedication to those he mentors, is considering selling a portion of his own music catalog to help Glorilla, the rising rap star, secure her freedom. Yes, you heard that correctly, selling his own music records, the very foundation of his empire, to fight for someone else's liberty. And this, ladies and gentlemen, is a decision that goes far beyond the glitz, the glamour, and the millions of dollars that surround the music industry. This is about loyalty, legacy, and the unspoken codes of respect and mentorship that some of the biggest names in hip-hop live by, even when the world is watching. To put this into perspective, selling a music catalog is not a simple transaction. This is decades of creativity, revenue, and cultural influence condensed into a portfolio of intellectual property. Every track, every verse, every beat represents not just artistic expression but financial security and a long-term legacy. For Yo Gotti to even entertain the idea of liquidating part of that catalog to cover legal fees and other expenses for Glorilla speaks volumes about how much he values her, not just as a rising artist under his mentorship, but as someone he sees as family. People outside the industry may not fully grasp the gravity of this move, but in hip-hop circles, this is the kind of gesture that resonates beyond money. It's about trust, loyalty, and doing what's right, even if it comes at great personal cost. Sources close to the situation reveal that this plan isn't just a spur-of-the-moment decision. Yo Gotti reportedly convened a private meeting with his legal team, business managers, and trusted associates to explore how he could structure the sale of his catalog in a way that maximizes funds for Glorilla's legal battle while minimizing long-term risk to his empire. There are multiple moving parts here: contracts, royalties, investor negotiations, and label approvals. This isn't something done lightly. It's a calculated strategy by a man who knows the stakes, understands the potential backlash, and yet is willing to take the gamble because, in his eyes, Glorilla deserves the support and justice that he can provide. Fans immediately took to social media, and reactions have been explosive. Many are praising Yo Gotti as a real-life hero, someone willing to put loyalty above wealth, fame, and even his own comfort. Others are questioning the wisdom of such a bold and risky move. Selling part of your music catalog is irreversible. It impacts monthly royalties, long-term earning potential, and even your negotiating power in future business deals. Yet the sentiment among insiders is clear. Gotti sees this as a necessary sacrifice. When it comes to Glorilla, he is reportedly putting principles and loyalty above profits, making a statement that in hip-hop, some values still transcend money and ego. Now let's break this down further. Yo Gotti's catalog is substantial, featuring multiple platinum-certified albums and countless hit singles. The revenues generated by these works run into the millions annually from streaming, licensing, and touring rights. Selling even a portion could generate the kind of capital needed to fight a major legal battle. But what makes this move significant isn't just the financial angle. It's about the narrative it sends. In a culture where loyalty is tested constantly and alliances are often fleeting, Gotti's reported decision underscores a fundamental principle. You don't abandon those you believe in when the stakes are high. And that, in itself, is a story powerful enough to capture the public's imagination. Glorilla isn't just any rising artist. She represents a new generation of hip-hop talent that is fearless, unapologetic, and driven. Yo Gotti has invested time, mentorship, and resources in her career, guiding her through the industry's highs and lows. And now, with her facing legal trouble, Gotti's actions, according to insiders, are not simply about protecting an artist. They are about protecting someone he believes has the potential to define the next era of hip-hop. This isn't just a legal battle. It's a battle for legacy, for influence, and for the people you choose to elevate and defend along the way. The complexity of selling a music catalog cannot be overstated. It involves negotiations with record labels, multiple stakeholders, and legal teams to ensure that royalties and rights are properly transferred or leveraged. This is where Yo Gotti's experience and business acumen come into play. Sources suggest he is exploring every avenue, from outright sales to private investors to royalty-backed loans, all aimed at securing Glorilla's legal and financial needs while safeguarding his long-term artistic and financial interests. It's a delicate balancing act, but it's one that insiders say Gotti is more than capable of navigating. And let's talk about the implications. If Yo Gotti follows through with this plan, it sets a precedent in hip-hop for loyalty and mentorship. Rarely do you see someone at the peak of their career willing to sacrifice a part of their empire for another artist, especially someone younger and less established. This is more than mentorship. It's a declaration that loyalty, respect, and human connection are worth more than money. And in a culture often defined by competition, egos, and public image, that is a message that will reverberate far beyond Memphis, far beyond the rap industry, and right into mainstream conversations about ethics, loyalty, and influence. Imagine the headlines: Yo Gotti risks millions to free rising star Glorilla. For fans, this is the kind of story that inspires loyalty and admiration. For industry insiders, it's a bold and calculated business move that demonstrates both heart and intelligence. And for Glorilla, the stakes couldn't be higher. She not only receives the legal support necessary to navigate this crisis, but also gains an endorsement and a platform from one of hip-hop's most respected figures. The combination of mentorship, financial backing, and public narrative could define her career for years to come. Social media has already exploded with speculation, debate, and admiration. Fans are weighing in on whether this is the ultimate loyalty move, a risky gamble, or a mixture of both. Some call it heroic. Others caution about the financial and reputational consequences. But one thing is clear: Yo Gotti's willingness to leverage his empire for someone else's freedom speaks volumes about the kind of person he is behind the scenes, far beyond the flashy Instagram photos, the sold-out tours, and the platinum plaques. It's a glimpse into a side of the rap industry where loyalty and personal ethics still matter. And let's not forget the personal dimension. For Yo Gotti, this is also a deeply emotional and human decision. Glorilla isn't just a client or an artist. She's someone he has nurtured, someone whose success he has invested in, someone he sees as part of a chosen family. Reports indicate that Gotti has been closely monitoring the situation, strategizing how to help her not just survive but thrive. His decision to potentially sell his catalog is as much about protecting her future as it is about ensuring that loyalty and mentorship are tangible, actionable principles in the modern music business. This story is far from over. The legal processes, the catalog negotiations, and the public reaction are all unfolding in real time. But the narrative here is clear. Yo Gotti is a man of action, and when it comes to protecting those he believes in, he's willing to go to unprecedented lengths. For Glorilla, this is more than just support, it's a lifeline. And for the industry, it's a reminder that power, influence, and respect are measured not just by sales and streams, but by how you stand by the people who matter most when the stakes couldn't be higher. So, what can we take away from this? First, loyalty and mentorship in hip-hop still exist. So here we are. On one side, a mother's conviction. On the other, a son's independence. And in the middle, a woman who carries her own legacy, her own choices, and her own vision for her life. The question is simple but heavy. Will Yo Gotti listen to his mother and take the step toward making Angela Simmons his wife? Or will he carve his own path, no matter how persuasive Mama Gotti might be? What do you think? Should a mother have that much say in her son's love life? Or is Mama Gotti simply speaking the truth that fans have been thinking all along, that Angela Simmons really is the perfect match? Drop your thoughts in the comments below, because this story is far from over.